Welcome back to Dedicated to Adventure. In this episode, I'm sharing the gear I'll be taking on my 5-day winter backpacking adventure on the Cooloola Great Walk in South East Queensland. You know, if you enjoy multi-day hiking or want ideas for keeping pack weight low without sacrificing comfort or safety, I hope this gear video gives you something useful for your own adventures. One of the biggest goals on any multi-day hike is keeping pack weight as low as possible without going too far. I'll walk you through my full gear list and show you how I keep my base weight around 6.7 kilograms. That's my pack weight before adding consumables like food, water, medications and fuel. Everything you see here has been carefully chosen and bought with my own money. Nothing is sponsored, collaborated with, or influenced by any brand. This hike is also the next milestone in the Impossible Possibles project. Every adventure is another opportunity to become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more prepared than the last. The Cooloola Great Walk isn't just a beautiful winter escape. It's an important training step as I continue to build my fitness, strength, hiking and backpacking endurance for my upcoming multi-week winter multi-alpine hiking adventure in Tasmania, Australia. And don't worry, I'll be sharing a complete Tasmania gear video before that journey as well, because winter alpine hiking brings a whole new set of challenges and gear considerations. So grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's look at the gear that's coming with me on the enchanting Cooloola Great Walk. Okay, so let's get stuck into this because there's a lot to go through. We might start with the three main items, which is the pack, shelter and sleeping. So if we have a look at my backpack first, it is an Atom Pack 50-litre Prospector, custom made, choosing my own colours which help with safety. You can see that I have my X-Ped little mat there as well. So that's that one. And then if we go down to the tent's packed in this dry bag, this 5-litre Cedar Summit dry bag, but it's a Big Agnes Tiger Wall solution dyed 2-person tent, which has been going great guns. I'm very careful to put a Tyvek sheet underneath it, which adds some insulation but also protection to the ground floor, because the floor of the tent isn't the most robust and it also has its own ground sheet, so I'm very careful with that. You can see all the stakes here that I'm going to be using, and this is just the repair little tube in case one of the poles breaks. So I carry some rope just to tie up and use as a washing line. Can come in handy for a variety of purposes. My tent is a little bit older now, so should one of the tie down straps break, then I can repair it. And that's a Nyla Fume pack liner. I got that from Ultralight Australia. So I tend to use a double liner in my bag. You can see my tent poles over there. Toilet kit is the trowel. But anyway, so that's all of that. And then if we pop over here to the sleep system. So I'm starting off with my 3mm Uberlight mat. It's also from a supplier in Australia. Very tiny, but adds quite a bit of insulation and certainly adds comfort. I put it under my shoulders to hip area. And if we're start then with the sleeping mat, it is a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. A little bit older now, but its R rating is 7.3, which is fantastic. As you can see, it's in the rectangular shape. And then pillow is the Cedar Summit Eros ultralight pillow. I've got it in the large size, and I've got a buff here that I put over it to use also as a pillowcase. And then the sleeping bag itself, that's this here, is a down one, and it is the Cedar Summit Ember 3, which has a comfort rating of -4. So that's overkill for the Cooloola Great Walk. But it's not too bad, actually. This is a sleeping bag. Most of this gear is what I took on the Te Awaroa Trail. And I always use a silk liner as well. So that's that. What shall we do next? Maybe camp clothes, because there is a new piece here in my kit. Now, the down jacket, I'm not sure whether I'll take yet. I'm still doing weather forecasts for the Cooloola Great Walk, because although it's midwinter, I may not need that. And the reason is that I've bought this brand new piece of kit here. It's it's in the men's. I quite often buy the men's because I like their colours, or usually. It's the men's, it's a MacPack, men's Pro Thermal Fleece Top. It's a technical thermal base layer specifically developed for use in alpine environments. And it features this, it's going to be a bit hard to see, features this quite cool Polar Tech Power Grid fleece, which breathes really well, and it supplies lightweight warmth. So it's in a bit of a grid pattern. You might not be able to see that. So at camp, that's my base layer, and then over top I have the MacPack Nitro fleece. So I think I spend a lot of time in my tent when I get to camp, simply because I'm honestly doing paid work, but also editing videos for you guys. So it's not like I'm out and about at night. So I don't think I'll be taking that yet, but we shall see. Moving down here, I have my trunks that I wear as underpants. I have a merino thermal top. It's also a MacPack one. And then I like to wear a pair of lightweight shorts over the top, just for decency. And then just in case the weather changes, I may well take these gloves as well. And then my rain layer is a North Face long line jacket. It's an old one. I've had it for quite a while. What else have we got? Socks. So camp socks, I've got a spare set of Injinji toe socks and some merino mountain designs ones to sleep in. I have low circulation in my feet, so it's important I keep my feet warm, which is another reason why I have this warmer sleeping bag, which is actually more of a quilt, which I prefer. And then this is my bath kit. So if we have a look at this, I do the bath in a bag, where I buy the largest snap lock bag. I fill it with a litre of quite warm water, and I put a couple of drops of tea tree oil, and then a blend of my favourite essential oils, just a couple of drops of those, and in my case it's a mix of rose, lavender and geranium. And this yellow chucks is my washcloth, and this bit of chamois is my towel, and I find that quite okay. Going down here, you'll see here's my Tyvek sheet that I was talking about before. This is repair kit, personal care kit, all that sort of stuff. There are some consumables in here. So once I've filmed this main section, I'll take all the consumables out and show them separately. And I'll also do the same showing my clothes that I'll be wearing. But basically I have one set of clothes that I hike in and one set of clothes for camp. Bushman's is absolutely essential on the Cooloola Great Walk. You have midgies mostly, but you do get some leeches. Just a really pair of cheap slides for camp. I always take a spare set of reading glasses. And what have we got over here? Right, let's go through some technology.
So here I have my power banks, and this is going to be way overkill for everyone, but there's good reasons why I'm carrying 30,000 milliamp hour batteries, or power banks I should say, for a 5-day hike. And it's because I also use a spinal cord stimulator implant charger. I have an implant in my spine because of spinal based disability, and so this needs charging, and that takes quite a bit of power. But I'm also filming, takes a lot of power, editing takes a lot of power, so that's why I have so much power. And then these are batteries for my Spot 4, it's a Gen 4 PLB GPS tracker. I have a little FlexiTowel air pump. Normally you would see my AirPods or earpods, whatever they're called. They're in my ears at the moment as I'm filming. This is my filming kit here. So I have what I called a capture clip, but the phone attaches there, and then it has this which I can attach to trees. I can attach to my sternum strap on my backpack, a variety of things. These two cable ties are used around trees. They're reusable ones to help attach this clip on thicker trees. And then my lens cleaner, but that's my entire filming kit, that and the iPhone 17 Pro that I'm filming on at the moment. And then I was just talking about before my spinal cord neurostimulator implant. This is one of those like an AirPod tag card that stays in my backpack, so it tracks my backpack. Little purse for credit cards and whatever I need. My headlamp is the Bindi. It's not overly bright, but in the past it's been absolutely fine. Water system. Let's have a look here. So these are some of the things that I'll remove because they are things that I'm going to be ingesting. They are consumables. So I've got 1 litre, 2 litres, 3 litres, 3.6 litre carrying capacity, and I always like to take a spare filter. Definitely always do that, and so that system is plenty for me. Generally you can fill up at each camp with water, but then you need to carry your day's supply. And this is a little bag from an Australian company, Orange Brown. Super lightweight. That's where all my food's going to be going. I have my spoon there. Jet boil flash, which is 1 litre capacity. Gas canister, I'm taking a medium because I do like lots of hot drinks. Once again, that's going to be consumable, so I'll show that later. And my little pocket knife and toenail clippers. And my Lecky trekking poles. I don't go anywhere without trekking poles. They help enormously with balance and stability and take some of the stress from my body. So I think that's absolutely everything. So I'll come back to you a bit when I've taken the consumables out, and also I'll show you my worn clothes. So this is my little group of consumables taken out. It's just water weight, gas weight, and I haven't bothered to unpack my medication bag, but I would just take any consumables, so all medication would be taken out, and so because you only want your base weight to be everything except any sort of consumable at all. So that's that element. Okay, and then lastly we have my worn clothes. So we're starting with my Ultramont blocks. Forgive how dirty they are, I've been training heaps lately. And I pair them with a pair of these insoles, Shoal I think they are, that I just get from the supermarket. Then next we have the Injinji toe socks once again. Pair those with some Ultra gaiters to help keep the sand out on the Cooloola Great Walk. The other brand I love are the Dirty Girl gaiters as well. And then as far I like to wear long long-legged and long-sleeve tops. So these are the Arc'teryx Gamma pants, and they're great. They're really good. The button has been a design change a few years ago that I'm not such of a fan of, because it does pop open occasionally, but it has zips on each side, and then there's also a zip here where I keep my phone as well, so that works well for me. And then and another pair of trunks instead of undies, and these are just gloves from Bunnings, so they're important for sun protection, especially on my older skin. And the top, once again, I was saying I really enjoy a long sleeve top. This one's from Cedarburg, which is my preferred brand. You won't be able to find this colour in any of the stores, because I come from a bit of a fashion background, and I'm very guilty of buying my shirts and then re-dyeing them in a colour that I prefer. I want to be fairly bright on trail and fairly noticeable, just in case anything was to go wrong. Then lastly, I have a buff. Once and again, it's a custom fabric made by myself, and then reading glasses, and also my sunnies. So there you have it. That's my worn gear. And lastly, one of the jobs that I do need to do before I head off on the Cooloola Great Walk, it's the same thing I do before any walk, is I wash all of my items, whether they're down, whether they're the backpack, whatever it is, sleeping bag and all that sort of stuff. The down stuff gets washed once a year, and this is the product I use for the down items. You can buy it from, let me see, Snowy's is where I bought it from here in South East Queensland. And then there's a tech wash, which you must use to wash like the backpack. The backpack I wash in the bath, and I usually wash it just a couple of times, soaking it in the tech wash and rinsing off really well, and then follow it up with the wash-in waterproofer, also done in the bath. The tent I actually do on a very gentle system in the washing machine, but yes, I use the tech wash and the waterproofer for the tent as well, and that's worked really well for me, along with all of the dry bags, anything like that as well. So there you have it.